For 2 weeks, the skies over Iran were not quiet. Night after night, American airstrikes hit target after target. It felt, to a lot of people watching, like a war that had no ceiling. Then, on Thursday night, it just stopped. No dramatic announcement, no victory lap. The bombing simply paused, and as of this morning, it still hasn't resumed. So what actually happened? According to the U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Mike Waltz, negotiators from the United States and Oman have been in constant contact with Iranian officials, from the most senior levels all the way down to technical staff, for weeks. The message behind the pause is simple. The White House is giving diplomacy room to breathe. But here's the part that makes this moment even bigger. Today, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is set to meet with President Trump at the White House. Think about the timing. A bombing campaign halts. Days later, the two leaders most central to the entire Middle East equation are sitting down face to face in Washington. That's not a coincidence. That's a signal. For over a year, the region has moved from one flashpoint to the next. Strikes, retaliations, ceasefires that didn't hold, talks that collapsed. Every time it looked like things might cool down, something reignited them. So, when the bombing suddenly stops, and a high-level meeting appears on the calendar within days, people notice, analysts notice, markets notice, and social media notices fastest of all. Here's why this story has the ingredients to spread fast. It has stakes that everyone understands. War or peace, tested in real time. It has two of the most recognizable political figures on Earth sitting in the same room. And it has a plot twist nobody predicted a week ago. The pause came first, the meeting came second, and no one has said publicly what happens next. That uncertainty is exactly what pulls people into the comments section. Is this the start of a real ceasefire, or just a tactical breather before the campaign resumes? Nobody outside a small circle of negotiators actually knows yet. And that gap between something big is happening and we don't know how it ends is where public attention lives. It's also worth remembering the backdrop. This meeting isn't happening in a vacuum. It's landing in the same week the U.S. is dealing with a brutal, historic heat wave affecting some 130 million Americans. And while Washington is preparing to honor the late Senator Lindsey Graham, whose body lies in state at the Capitol, the country's attention is already split in a dozen directions, which makes any single story competing for space that much more likely to explode when it does land. For now, here's what we actually know. The airstrikes on Iran stopped Thursday night and have not resumed. U.S. officials say talks involving Oman and Iranian negotiators have been active at every level. And today, Trump and Netanyahu are meeting in person, the two leaders whose decisions will shape whatever comes next. Whether this turns into a lasting de-escalation or just a pause before the next chapter, one thing is certain. The next few days will tell us more about the direction of this conflict than the last 2 weeks of bombing did. And that's exactly why people can't stop talking about it.